Today's project is to replace the window on a Toyota RAV4. This is my mother's car, and unfortunately some thief decided to break into it and smash the window and took all of her personal paperwork out of the glove box. So we're going to try and do Mom a favor and get this thing replaced. The body shop said it would be about 3 months before they could get her in. I said don't do that. We got her new window for $55, so that's not too bad. And we're going to go ahead and get in this door. I've already taken some of it apart, so we're going to show you. There's other videos online to show you how to do that. But one thing I didn't like about that video was that the guy's using a screwdriver. So we're not going to do that. We are using nylon tools here to get this off so that we don't damage the door. And one other little update for the channel is just got a new GoPro. We're on to a Hero 7 now, moving up in the world. All you guys liking, commenting, subscribing especially is really helping out. We're about ready to jump another tier. So we can make it to 250, then consider that, you know, our first really good benchmark. So on with the show. Look in here. You can see how much glass is all over the place, and we've cleaned this up quite a bit, but it's just everywhere. And they really hit that with some force. There was glass clear over in the driver's floor pan, and you know, just nice guys all around. Looks like we got a broken clip here. That's sweet. She just went inside the door. Let's see if this is going to go back on without giving us a bunch of trouble. Okay, you can see we've got this off. These are just little clips. Guy on YouTube was saying to push on these with a little screwdriver, but this thing was fit so tight on here I couldn't get it off. And even using the correct nylon tools to not damage this, it still broke one of these clips. Now it is winter time out here and it is cold, so keep that in mind. It's actually snowing right now, as it has been for nearly over 2 months straight, actually. Anyway, you've got 2 screws right here, and then of course we still got, you know, glass in here. I had my daughter vacuum this out, but you know, I didn't expect her to get all this glass out of here. I mean, that's kind of hard to do, and I don't want her to cut herself, so we're gonna have to go through here and make sure all this is cleaned out. We don't want to roll the window up and have it shatter the new window. And hopefully the new window matches in tint as well, because yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if they made any different ones or not. I know this car is bone stock. Look at all that glass that's in there. You know, when you do something like this to somebody, my mother is 75 years old and she's not in good health, and she doesn't drive this car much, and you do something like that to somebody, what a special kind of person you must be. I'm guessing drugs were involved. And of course we're going to have to re-vacuum everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're probably going to have to take these cat whiskers out too, just to get all the glass out. But, you know, I'll be kneeling on this in the spring. Try not to let this go on the ground, but you can see how well that's working. All right, 2 screws. We're just going to put these up here in the dash with the rest of the broken glass. And let's work at getting this bugger off, huh? You can see how these things are on here. They just don't want to come out. And you gotta be really careful. And of course the door moving all over the place is super handy. These tools I'm using, I don't know if you've seen these or not, but these are like a nylon trim tool. There's a whole set of them you can get. You can get them on Amazon or Temu or Wayfair or, you know, probably Alibaba or something. But yeah, super handy for stuff like this. Now we got 1 clip left here, and try not to break this. It's just hanging on for dear life here. There we go. Okay, no damage, so good to go there. And I think we'll just go ahead and disconnect these. Not too bad. These connectors aren't all crusty like the stuff I usually work on. So that's off. Now there's supposed to be another screw underneath here. I'm supposed to take this and pop it forward. So let's just see how that happens. Okay. No damage. I don't know why that one clip down here broke. It's down inside the door panel, so I'm going to try and go get it once I get this off. And we'll go ahead and super glue and baking soda that back on so it can't break again. You'll never see it. Alright, now I'm going to go down here and we're going to try and lift this thing off. Okay, there it goes. There we go. Trying to be real careful. Look at that. We got glass all the way down inside this door. Just tons of it. Tons of glass everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna loosen this up as we go around. I know I'm walking in and out of frame here, I'm sorry, but there's really no other place to put the camera aside from on the window here. Oh, and I believe we got to pop this mirror piece off too. Yeah, because that hangs up on this. You can see there's an edge that goes up inside here. Now, I'm trying not to get glass in my eyes when I do this. Looks like the cat whisker is attached to the door panel. We got one more screw here. Two more. All right. I didn't see that in the video. We'll be right back after I get an extension for that Phillips head. Okay. The old tuchus is getting a little cold out here. It's been so cold lately. Usually when it snows, it's warmer. Okay, there's one. And two. Really like to have a magnet so we'll drop them, but I think it's fine. Okay. And then we're going to leave that door handle in there, and then let's try and... So worried about the screws, I didn't pay attention to the door handle. Okay, there's one. Get down inside the door. Unfortunately, we're going to have to peel back this plastic, so we'll have to re-glue that. But goodness gracious, man, this really screwed this thing up. So let's get you a look down the side here, see what I'm seeing. All right, you can see down here where the window used to be. They did a good job. Did a really good job. And we're gonna have to vacuum the bottom of this out, and it's in there against the door brace and everything. I don't know if you can even see that, but looks to me like we can just unbolt it here and unbolt it here. It looks like a 10mm screw. I'd really like not to have to pull this door apart but I'm not sure that I can get the window in here without lowering this down. I would bet not. So let me investigate that a little bit and we'll bring you back. Okay, well, we got one screw out, and it just basically screws right in the bottom of the window. You can see how that works. And let's set our window over here for a minute, trying to keep it out of the way and safe. I was able to use a small socket on this. I'll show you real quick just in case you're doing this job. But that fits in there. I don't know if I can get it on the other side. But yeah, we're gonna try. Let me see if I can set you up to film here. The camera decided to commit suicide while I walked in the house, so this is how it looks without the window in there. You can see there's glass in here, so vacuum that out. Glass everywhere. So as you can tell, most of this job is actually going to be the cleanup of all that glass, and it just goes everywhere. It explodes like a bomb because it's tempered glass. And I like one of these old beasts that has that layer of plastic in the middle. You know, it just stays in place. But these explode. So that's going to be next. We're going to go ahead and get this taken apart, and we should just be able to peel this back. This might be mastic. Let's see if it's going to stay sticky here. Yeah, we might be able to put this back. Usually, I've not had good luck with this stuff remounting, but we've got to do it. So let me bring you back when we've got this taken apart so I can use both hands. Okay, so this door is very narrow at the bottom, and this tip gets in there, probably mostly because it's broken, but it won't go down far enough. It's not long enough. So I think I'm gonna have to make something to get all that glass out of the bottom because it's that deep in there, and we can't leave that in there. Additionally, I believe this piece goes on the bottom of the window. It just sits over the little arched area, and I'll show you that when I put it on. Probably slip that on there with some soapy water, but this dang thing, that probably took 10-15 minutes to clean all the glass out of there, because you couldn't just slide it out and flex this. So that was time consuming. And then we were able to use this and retrieve that screw that was down inside. So we'll just set all these up here. Good idea to put this stuff back in place after you take it out, you know, for your door panels and stuff. In this instance, I'm not going to do that because, you know, we got 2 screws there, a couple up here, and it's pretty obvious where they go as long as they're all together, and they might just be in the way, you know, depending on what we're doing. So we're going to set them up there on the dash. I'm going to be making a tool, I guess, for this, so I'm going to have to bring you back when I've got the tool made and we're able to get the rest of this crap out of the bottom of the door. Okay, well, here's what I come up with. The kids unknowingly donated one of their toys, so I just got this hot with a little bit of propane and squished it down, and I'm going to shove this down inside the door, see if we can finish this up. Okay, here we go down inside the door. So you guys can see I took the GoPro out of the mount, so if there's noise from handling it, that's why. There we go. Those little white things you see are the clips for the door trim. We got her all cleaned up. So let's get this window rolled down and go ahead and get this thing put back in. Okay, success. I just slipped this rubber piece on here, got it all soaped up, and then put pressure against this and squeezed on the opposite side of the window here, and we were able to get this to slide up on there, no problem. Let's go ahead and get this window put back in. Okay, I'm going to slide this window in from the top, and then I don't know if you can see this right here. We'll bolt it on through here in the bottom, and then should be able to roll that up. I got all the glass cleared out of here. We'll double check this. Okay, you want to be tilting that on an angle so you can get it in both tracks. Okay, that was tricky. So the scissors in there, you know, the lift, that window had gone on either side of it somehow. So I had to take it loose and then put it back on the back side. There's like a little notch that this sits in, and then you've got a slot where this can adjust back and forth. So let me show you. So right here is where that thing was in the first time, but this section of the window was on the opposite side, well, I guess on the front side. So you've got a little slot here, and that allows this window to, you know, adjust back and forth a little bit in the track. So we'll go ahead and put that other side in. I probably won't film that because it's hard to see. Okay, well, we're all done here. We just need to put the door panel back together. So I like to do an ops check before we button this up. So let's roll this down. I ended up putting the screw in the front in. I'll show you if I can get this in here. So the screw that goes way in there, you can probably just barely see it, right where my finger's pointing. I ended up putting that one in up in the up position just to make sure that thing was centered, the window was centered, and got it screwed in and figured out it wasn't going to go back and forth and move. So I had to roll the window down to get the ratchet on there. I couldn't get the open-ended wrench on there or the box in that ratchets. So you're going to have to do it with a small ratchet in order to get that back on. All in all, this job wasn't too terrible. So I hope this is helpful to somebody out there. Like, comment, die. This is Reaper signing off on another one. GoPro, stop recording.